What is the connection between meditation and lucid dreaming, and how does meditation help you with lucid dreaming? Let's talk a little bit about that, and after I've done that I'm going to announce a special giveaway that's going on because I've reached 10,000 subscribers and I want to give something back to you guys. So let's get on to that. Hey guys, welcome back to Tipharot, it's me Matt here, and today I'm talking meditation and lucid dreaming. Now someone recently messaged me on Twitter, and if you aren't already following me on Twitter, you should be. It's at Tipharot, I'll put a link over there. And the reason you should follow me on Twitter is that I only have about 100 followers on there. In fact, less than that. I have like 90 something followers on there compared to 10,000 people subscribed here. And you know, I'm getting tons of comments on YouTube every day and I simply can't get around to answering all of them. Whereas on Twitter, because I have so few followers, if someone messages me there, I'm going to respond to them. It doesn't matter who you are, I'm going to respond to you. Obviously that might change in the future if, you know, I have 10,000 followers and lots of people messaging me, but right now I can respond to every single message I get on Twitter. So if you ever have a question, that's the best place to go. So if you aren't following me already, then follow me on Twitter and you can ask your questions or whatever. Anyway, what they asked me is about the connection of meditation and lucid dreaming. Why does meditation actually increase your chances of lucid dreaming? How does this work? Well, first of all, what does meditation do in the first place? When you meditate, you're essentially just watching your breathing. But your goal isn't to get good at watching your breathing. Your goal is basically to quiet the mind and to calm the mind, because normally our mind is on autopilot, you know, chattering away all of the time, and our mind is kind of incessant. It doesn't shut up for a minute. It just keeps going on and on and on about all these things. And all this overthinking causes problems in our lives because we listen to those thoughts, and sometimes those thoughts are very, very negative. We get these intrusive thoughts that, you know, tell us to feel a certain way, that tell us that we're not as good as we want to be, that we can't do this, or that we shouldn't bother trying this because we'll never succeed. And we have all these thoughts going around all the time. It builds up stress, it builds up anxiety, it builds up depression. And we're not doing anything about them. And the way I like to see it is it's like having a really, really cluttered computer. If you just have this really cluttered computer with like all spyware and all sorts installed on it, then it's going to be running slowly, it's not going to be very efficient. And meditation is almost like running a virus scan, uninstalling all the unimportant stuff that you don't need there, and cleaning it up, putting a fresh install so that you can actually run this thing normally. Except in this case it's not a computer, it's your mind, which is way, way, way more important than any computer ever will be. So we've established that meditation helps clear the mind, but how does this actually help with something like lucid dreaming? Well, we also have to think about what this effect of clearing the mind does. Because the thing is, when we are caught up in thought all of the time, we often become slaves to autopilot. What happens is we just have all these thoughts come up in our head and we just follow them blindly. We essentially become a slave that is following orders of our mind. We think that those thoughts are our own. We think that when we have a thought that we have chosen to have that thought, that we've made that thought and that we're making a decision because of it. But what you discover in meditation is that many of those thoughts come up when you're not trying to think. You're focused on your breathing and these thoughts just come up automatically. And that's when you start to realize that perhaps you are not the source of your thoughts, that perhaps your thoughts are automatic, an automatic response to what's going on in your subconscious. So if you listen entirely to your thoughts, you're never your own person, you're never living by free will. And so that means, you know, you're a slave, you're on autopilot, you're going around on zombie mode, doing things just based on your drives. And when that happens, you don't have much control over your life. So this is where the correlation to lucid dreaming happens. Because in your dreams, when you are on autopilot, that's your normal dreams. Your normal dreams, you are on autopilot because you tend to be that way in the real world. So when you start to actually get off autopilot in the real world, you can actually do the same in your dreams. When you start to meditate and you start to see clearly and do things for yourself, then you're going to start to have the same effect in dreams. You're going to start coming off autopilot and becoming lucid and being in control. Now another aspect of this is just that meditation gives you a higher level of awareness. You're more aware of what's going on all the time. You may have heard of the all-day awareness method of inducing lucid dreaming, and this focuses on a similar principle. In fact, in essence, all-day awareness is a form of meditation. It's just done periodically throughout the day, and it's not by focusing on your breathing, it's rather by focusing on all of your senses. But in all-day awareness, you're told to engage all of your senses regularly throughout the day. Really engage them. Because most of the time, say you're working right now, you're sitting at your desk and you're watching this video, you know, you're procrastinating a little bit, you're watching this video. Well, you're working there all day and you kind of just go through the motions. When was the last time that you actually just stopped what you were doing, looked around and picked out all the details in the office around you? When was the time that you really stopped to see what scents you could smell in the air and not just, you know, notice the fact that, you know, you just poured your coffee and you could smell that? When was the last time that you ran your hands over your desk and felt the surface of it and felt the surface of the objects on your desk and so on? We don't do these things, we don't really engage our senses in a full way. So by doing this, you start to get used to that, you start to get this heightened sense of awareness. Your senses become more active because normally we've kind of toned them down, we've told them that they don't need to be there. We don't need to have a vivid sense of smell while we're working, we don't need to have a vivid sense of touch while we're working. So we just tune all of that out and focus on what we're doing. And as a result of that, we kind of have this narrow focus, this autopilot mode where we're just focused on one thing and we ignore everything else. And because of that, we don't notice all these things all the time. So when you're in a dream, you don't notice the fact that, hey, Godzilla is stomping down the street, and that's kind of weird, and that should alert you to the fact that it's a dream, because you're narrowly focused on what you're doing, because you've got so used to doing that, selective focus thing in your real life, you do the same in dreams. So when you practice all-day awareness, or meditation, or any form of awareness where you actually start to engage your senses and start to actually look at the bigger picture and not just focus in on things, then you start to do the same in your dreams, and you'll be, following along with the dream story, but then you'll notice, why on earth is there a dragon flying over there? That's not right, there shouldn't be dragons. Wait a minute, maybe I'm dreaming. Another aspect of this, to do with awareness, is that you can also learn to become aware in your sleep. This sounds really strange, but this was one of the effects I observed when I started meditating before bed, for about 20 to 30 minutes before bed, in the last couple of hours of the night. I would meditate, and I made a video about this where I talked about how I had lots of lucid dreams. I had, in one night I had 11 lucid dreams, and another night I had 13 lucid dreams, all in one night when I was doing this. But another thing that I observed, as well as the frequency of lucid dreams increasing, is that I wasn't just aware in the dreams. It wasn't that I became aware in the middle of a dream. I was aware from the start of the dream, and I was aware before the dream started. So what do I mean by that? I was aware while I was asleep, even when I wasn't dreaming. I was conscious even when I wasn't dreaming. How weird is that? I don't know how to describe it. It's a really strange thing. It's almost like you're aware in the kind of blackness behind your closed eyes. If you've ever been in a lucid dream, and the dream ended and a new dream was about to start, you kind of go into this black void between the dreams. And it was basically like that, except I was there, and aware throughout the whole night. It was really strange and really interesting. And you might think that sounds unpleasant, being aware in the blackness behind your eyes, but it's not, because you can literally, from that blackness, you can turn it into a dream. You can visualize something and just appear there and be inside it. And it's really peaceful. It's like being in meditation while you're asleep. It was one of the coolest things I've experienced. Almost as cool as lucid dreaming itself, and it's not even in the dreams. So meditation does that. It has that effect on sleep. Now, another thing I want to draw your attention to, though, is the importance of how you meditate. When I talked about how I had 11 lucid dreams in one night in that previous video, and I've since had 13 in one night since then, what I didn't mention, because I didn't really know at the time, is all the specifics of it. I just said, meditate before bed, not too long before bed, but I didn't know, what time you should meditate, I didn't know how long you should meditate or any of that. And one of the things I said in the video as well is, don't worry so much about the time. If you can only meditate 5 minutes, only meditate 5 minutes. But I've, experimented with it recently. And in the last week or two, I actually haven't been having that many lucid dreams. And one of the things that changed was I moved my meditation to the mornings, because I've set up a busy schedule for myself. I'm working a lot on this channel right now. That's why you've noticed probably that I've been putting out videos every day. So I'm really busy. I get finished with all the channel stuff, all my exercise and stuff like that, almost midnight, and then I have an hour or two before I go to bed. So I didn't really want to leave meditation till the end of the day, because if I did, I would just be kind of too tired and stuff that I wouldn't want to do it. So I thought I'll meditate at the start of the day. Yeah, I might lose out on some lucid dreams, but at least I get the meditation done. And that's what I've been doing lately. So I haven't been getting all of these, lucid dreams every single night anymore. So that's one thing I want to bring your attention to. If you actually do decide to use meditation to aid with lucid dreams, it is important when you time it. When I'm doing it in the morning now, it doesn't seem to be affecting my dreams like it was before. Obviously, I am more aware and stuff, so I do have a higher chance of lucid dreaming, but it hasn't done the crazy thing where I'm aware through my sleep and aware through all my dreams and lucid in all my dreams like it did when I did it at night. And as an extension of that, the time matters as well, because I haven't actually been meditating for 30 plus minutes recently. I've been doing about 15 to 20 minutes per session, and I noticed as well that the frequency of lucid dreams went down when I did that. When I was doing 20 to 30 plus minutes per session, I was getting lots of lucid dreams every single night, whereas when I cut the time down, it definitely affected it. So what I did after that is I started meditating for longer again, and that resolved the issue, and I started having lots of lucid dreams again. But then came the problem with the fact that I moved meditation back to earlier in the day. And right now I don't want to change that. Like, even if it means less lucid dreams, I would rather get it done in the start of the day and then, you know, worry about all the other things I have to do, and then try to put in meditation at the end of the day when I'm already tired. So in summary, my advice for you, if you want to use meditation for lucid dreaming, which you should be doing, because honestly, out of all the methods out there, meditation for me works better than anything else. If you meditate at night for about 20 to 30 plus minutes, yes, it's a long time, but if you can sit there and really focus on it and really get absorbed in it, then it has a massive, massive effect on your lucid dreams. Like, no other method came even close to that. The most lucid dreams I had not using meditation nightly was, I think, 6 in a night. And then with meditation, 11 in a night, and then 13 in a night. So that should say something. And I was basically lucid in every single dream that I had. I don't think I had any non-lucid dreams at all. Like, all of my dreams became lucid when I was doing that. They only started becoming non-lucid again, actually, when I took the time of the meditation down to that 15 to 20 minutes for a week or two. So yeah, so get the time right. You have to meditate for long, and you have to do it, you know, late at night. I did it about, I would say, 1 to 2 hours before bed. Sometimes I did it right before bed, but I kind of like doing it a little bit earlier because I often actually came up with ideas for videos and stuff after meditation. So I didn't like, you know, meditating and then trying to rush some video ideas and stuff before I went to sleep, because then if I did that I would have insomnia because I'd be thinking about video ideas and so on. Better to, you know, give myself an hour to get all that out of the way and then go to bed. Now, the other major effect that meditation has on lucid dreaming that I actually didn't mention, and I'm just going to add in because I just remembered it just now, is the effect it has on dream duration. Some of you may know, if you've watched my other lucid dreaming videos, I've said this numerous times, that I struggle most of all with keeping my dreams lasting long. I can do pretty much any aspect of dream control you can think of with almost complete ease. Yet when it comes to actually keeping my lucid dreams lasting long, I still struggle with that sometimes. I'll still sometimes have dreams that only last, you know, a minute or something, because it's very easy for me to get too excited and to wake up, or to not be able to stabilise my dreams. I've actually always had this problem where the traditional methods of stabilising your dreams just don't seem to work very well for me anymore. When I first started lucid dreaming, I could do things like rub my hands together or touch the walls and stuff, and that was great. The dream would solidify. Now when I do those things, it gives me like an extra 10 seconds, and then the dream just breaks down anyway, which is kind of not that great. Now, I have found other things, like, for example, saying the word stability in my head works really well, and actually just calming down, relaxing, sitting down, and even meditating in a dream works really well. But what worked the best of everything that I've tried was meditating at night before I went to bed. When I was in those lucid dreams, they didn't become unstable. They just stayed stable like a regular dream, and they just lasted long until the end of the dream. And even if it did become, you know, a little unstable and I woke up, I could enter the dream again right away with no trouble. I could just go back to sleep, and immediately I would be in the blackness and be aware, and I could just be like, hey, I liked that dream I was in, let's go back to that, and I would just make it appear and I would be inside it. It was easy as that. So meditation has so many benefits for lucid dreaming and so many other benefits. So yeah, try it out, start doing it every night if you really want to go far with your lucid dreaming. Thank you guys for watching. Anyway, I want to get on to the giveaway, because I'm excited to announce this giveaway. We hit 10,000 subscribers yesterday. I'm just amazed by that. I actually found an old post that I made on a forum. It was in, I think, October 2016. I was at around 2,000 subscribers, and it was a thread about like your YouTube goals for 2017. And in that thread, I posted that my goal by the end of 2017 was to reach 10,000 subscribers. And now I've done this in the second month of 2017, so I'm 10 months ahead of my goal. I did this the same with my 1,000 subscriber goal. I did it like a month and a half early, which was really great. And so I'm so happy to see that this channel is growing like this. And seeing all your comments on the videos, I can see that I've got a lot of you guys who are actually watching all of my videos as soon as they come out, and that's really awesome to see. I've also got feedback from you guys. You guys answer my poll about which videos you like the most, and obviously lucid dreaming and astral projection were at the top, and meditation and so on. So as a result of that, I'm focusing my videos on those subjects, as you've noticed. So yeah, to celebrate the 10,000 subscribers, I want to give away prizes to 2 of you guys. Basically, my ebook about manifesting anything using visualization and so on, and my audio course about lucid dreaming, teaching you all the basics up to some advanced stuff like creating your own dream worlds. Both of those are going to be given away completely free to 2 winners. So if you're one of the winners, you will get a copy of my ebook and a copy of my audio course, total worth about $15. So 2 of you guys will win. How do you win? Well, basically, I have an email list that I'm setting up because I want to actually be able to email you guys tips about lucid dreaming and stuff like that, and some of my experiences and so on, like once a week or so. I'm just setting that up, so I might not be sending out emails once a week right away. I need to, get it all sorted out and that. But I've set up this email list, and anyone who's on the email list by the time that I do the giveaway, which I haven't decided yet, but it's probably going to be a few days from now, anyone who's on the list by that time has a chance of winning the prizes. I'm going to pick 2 people off that list, and then I'm going to send you an email with a code that gives you a free copy of the ebook and a code that gives you a free copy of the Advanced Lucidity course. So if you want to sign up for that, then there's going to be a link in the description of this video and also in the top of the comments. If you're following me on Twitter, which you guys should be, and I said that at the start of the video, if you're following me on Twitter, then you already have the link to that because I already posted a tweet about it. Anyway, so good luck if you join the giveaway. Hopefully you'll be one of the winners. And if you're not, everyone who's on my email list is going to be getting discount codes. So if you did want to get one of the products and you didn't get a chance to win it, but you want to get it cheaper, then you can still get it just by being on the email list. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, remember to subscribe up there. If you want to keep watching, check out the video that's linked on screen. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.